Let's delve into a typical approval process using Aura workflows and approvals. We'll start by examining a basic approval workflow for demonstration purposes. After the page has been worked on in the draft state, it's then handed off to a reviewer and enters the approval state, where it can either be approved or rejected. Once the page is approved, this initially added page restriction is lifted, effectively publishing the page. Now, let's switch perspectives and view the workflow from a content editor standpoint. Suppose we're working on a piece of content that needs approval. Workflows are typically automatically applied to pages, a process that can be configured in the administration. For instance, you could set workflows to be applied automatically by labels or as a default fallback for all pages. However, in this demonstration, no automatic application is configured, so we'll manually add the workflow. This can be done by clicking on Add a Workflow and selecting the desired workflow. As a result, the byline item updates to the current state. For the sake of this demonstration, let's assume we're satisfied with the current result and wish to move forward. As a content writer, we can now simply change the state to In Approval, which also adds the reviewers to the page. Let's now view the process from a reviewer's perspective. As a reviewer, we'd either receive an email directing us to the correct page, or we could use the Open Task section in the Aura Workflow Global page, accessible from the left sidebar. Here we can see an overview of all pages requiring our review. Upon visiting the page, we notice that a content restriction has been automatically set in place. And as a reviewer, we've been granted access to this page by Aura Workflows. For this demonstration, another reviewer has already approved the page. We can view an overview of all reviewers and manage them, as well as any approvals or rejections. As demonstrated, 2 approvals are required to move to the next state, and 1 has already been given. Let's conclude by adding our review and approving this page. As a result, the state of the page updates to Approved. If we click outside, we'll see that the content byline also updates to reflect the current status. Upon reloading the page, we'll see that the content restriction has been removed, essentially making it public, as we configured in our approval workflow. That concludes our walkthrough of a basic approval process, using Aura workflows and approvals. We'll see you in the next video.